Okay, so what I want to do today, guys, is literally run through a quite incredible month for me, which was a launch I've done in July. And if you have seen some of my emails, I've been hinting that I have been a silent launch partner in that launch. That means you might not even know that I was involved to create that kind of slick conversion machine. I was a silent launch partner, and I want to share with you how that is possibly a concept you can look at and use yourself. So I just want to quickly check. I'm going to go to full screen mode, and I just want to see from you. Can you just let me know, are you seeing that full screen? Do you see my screen now? Is that all good?
Looking very good.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. Brilliant. Okay. Oh, I can see Robert is here, Robert Neudecker as well. That's good to hear you. Brilliant. Okay, so let's get going, guys. What I want to do is talk you through how I made a pretty insane amount of money in just 94 minutes using Fusion Marketing. And Fusion Marketing is a term that James and I have used recently to describe what we have created, a form of combining off and online marketing, which we believe is a crucial piece of information you will need to prosper in that new economy and prosper in that difficult market climate that we're all in. So what I want you to understand here, that obviously it took me a bit longer to prepare. It wasn't just 94 minutes, but the actual sales process was literally 94 minutes, which was a webinar. And I want to tell you all the bits and pieces that went into the preparation that you can use yourself, and all the little tricks that we use to make that such amazing, successful launch. And I will disclose as much information as I can that is outside the non-disclosure agreements I had to sign with the joint venture partners for that. So I'll share everything I can that will help you to get that done. So let me just know if you're okay with that, if you're okay to get some inside information there. Is that something you're interested in? Because I think what you're interested in is real life stuff that you can use and implement in your own business. Cool, cool, cool. Absolutely great. So I want you to be able to actually copy my Fusion Marketing formula to make serious money, even if you know little or nothing about the product. And let me explain how that all came together. Now, first of you, many of you will have seen that we recently published a report called the Doom Report, the death of online marketing. And James and I have written that report, and it is 6 reasons why online marketing will not save you in the new economy. And I want to be a little bit down here on you guys, because too many years now have we been just hoping that the next wave of magic marketing will save our bacon, will save our lives and give us this big income. And the reality is it won't. So to demonstrate that, what we've done over the last week, we've shared some of our students' case studies with you. Gillian Fox, Phil Turner, Richard Hill, Sati Punglia, and all of them had different real life case studies. People like you making money in today's difficult economy fast using Fusion Marketing. And myself, I've obviously done the same case study here. I've done my Fusion Marketing case study, and I want to share with you how that all hangs together. So who are we for the few people on the call? Because this email went out only to our subscribers, to our list, so many of you will know who James and I are. But just to very quickly recap in one mini slide, about 5 years ago, I started online, and I was very lucky within my first 30 days to make $27,000 selling ebooks with getting started. And the method back then is something that wouldn't even work today, so I'm not even gonna waste your time and bore you with how that was done. But the reality is that we kept learning and improving, and over the years, actually last year in 2010, James and I launched the Blueprint coaching program, and that generated over $200,000 in a single launch in a single month for us. And that is obviously quite cool. James, it's maybe a silly question, but do you remember when we did that exactly a year ago?
It seems a very long, much longer than a year ago now, but I remember it very, very well.
Yeah, no, it was an incredible time. We worked very hard, of course, as you would expect when you do a launch like this, and it was just incredible. And I think the main question on everybody in that room right now would possibly be, why did we not do one this year? Okay, so if we were successful launching a Blueprint coaching program last year, which was a purely online coaching program, many of you will be students of that program. The question is, why not in 2011? And the simple answer is that we believe that teaching purely online marketing techniques is not what will help you become successful. That's the simple truth of it. And James and I only teach you and only want to teach you what helps you build your businesses. So what is next is the main question here. And in my eyes, what is next is what you will discover tonight. And these are some of the bullet points that I promised you will be discovered tonight, will be covered tonight on that webinar. The first thing is I want to share with you killer email subject lines that you can use in any niche to get your most important message opened and read every time. And they are generic lines, and I will share with you the exact numbers of these emails we send out in the launch. I want to share with you some very powerful but little known webinar secrets that will boost your sales without fail. So even if you've got 10 people on a webinar, those little strategies will help you to boost your sales without fail, and that is obviously something you can use. I want to share with you a single launch strategy, just one little thing that I used in the launch that by itself increased my sales conversion by over 200%. Now that's pretty incredible, but I tested that in the pre-launch, and we have literally a method I want to share tonight that will help you sell more than double the amount of products by just using that simple strategy. I also want to share with you my proven back-end strategy for quadrupling your sales and increasing your profit by 1,000%. And you might be just thinking these are all crazy numbers, but these are absolutely real, tested processes and strategies that I can share and prove to you tonight based on the example I've just done in July. So this is something I look forward to sharing with you. I also want to share with you a special software that I use and many of my peers use to automate webinars, to increase sales and make even more profit out of the same product and service. And of course, I want to talk to you about how to minimize return rates, because selling tons of product or tons of stuff is obviously great and exciting, but you want to make sure that you can minimize return rates when you ship physical products as little or no cost to you. And there's a couple of strategies I want to share with you which I think are pretty astonishing and very simple to implement as well. And of course, there's a couple of more tips, and I want to share them with you right now. So let me just check in with you. Is that something that that you want to learn? Is it something you're excited about? I definitely done my best to make them interesting. Okay, a lot of people typing in yes. Okay, that's fantastic. All right, brilliant. Okay, I'm gonna go there and start right now. So let's look at Fusion Marketing case study number 1. This is my own case study. This is what I've done in July that brought in almost £52,000 for me, and I want to share with you exactly how I did that. So number 1, make sure you use one of the 4 evergreen markets. I told you earlier to grab a pen and paper. If you do, that would be the right moment to grab pen and paper. Use one of the 4 evergreen markets. Number 2, seek out the ideal expert, and I will talk to you in a couple of slides exactly how you do that and what that means. Number 3, identify the prospects and their hot buttons. Okay, make sure that you identify who is your target audience and what is it they're looking for. Number 4, use great free content to build anticipation. This is a standard launch strategy, and I share with you exactly how I did it and what you can use. Number 5, use true scarcity to help your prospects make a decision, and I will explain to you what that means as well, of course. Use advanced conversion strategies, and that's where we really come to our own. I will give you really about 12 tips here, all stuff that will help you make more of the people that you talk to, more of your prospects. And of course, number 7, how to maximize profits and back-end revenues, because when all the effort that goes into your launch, that goes into your preparation, will all come together when you actually start making those sales and making that money. Okay? Brilliant. So let's look at number 1, the evergreen market. In essence, we got 4 evergreen markets. Number 1 is the money market, and I call it in simple terms from poverty to wealth. And that's anything that can help people to make money, to invest more money, to get out of poverty, to increase your wealth. And this is really what we do in our market here with internet marketing. But the market I have chosen, and I will tell you in a few seconds, is in that money market, but it's not internet marketing. The second market that is huge and is always interesting is the health market. It is from sickness to health. It is literally helping people gain better health, more energy, getting away from disease. And these are massive emotional triggers that people can use. So this is one of the 4 key markets. The third key market is relationships, from loneliness to happiness, from being literally in no relationship or dissolving relationships to this life. Happiness. That's what people are looking for. And the fourth one is the spirituality, the spiritual market, where we look at what I call from damnation to salvation, anything to do with self-development and with bettering yourself. And this is a massive market. So let me share what I have chosen. I've chosen the property market, and within property, I've chosen a narrow niche, which is property auctions, and I've chosen a title called Property Auction Insider Secret. So that was my super niche in the money market, and I don't know nothing about property auctions, but this is now step 2, and I want to tell you exactly what to do next. So step number 2 of the Fusion Marketing Blueprint here is seek out your ideal expert. Now, how do you find who is an ideal expert for you? Because you could literally do what I do, use your marketing knowledge and collaborate with somebody that you know that is already successful in any of the markets I talked about. Somebody who's successful in health, giving people more health. Somebody successful in money, could be stocks and shares, property, could be internet marketing, could be just financing, anything to do with those market relationship experts, experts in self-transformation, in spirituality. If you know somebody, you can actually find them and do a joint venture using the marketing techniques I teach you right now. So see who are already successful. How do you find out? I mean, you can either, they're in your portfolio, sorry, they're in your black book already, in your contact, or Google them, or go to networking events. Go to events and see who's already successful that you can help. Number 2, tell them you can help them get what they want. And here's my trick. It's not always money they want. Ask them what it is they're looking for. In most cases, by the way, if you talk to the individuals that are very wealthy, money is not what they're looking for. You got to find their hot button. You got to find what they want. And I will tell you exactly how I applied that in my case. Number 3 would be demonstrate your expertise. Those experts, those professionals, those successful people, they want to make sure they don't waste their time. So if you have any testimonials of your success, if you got any accounts of what you've done before, if there's any proof, make sure you show them and make it easy to work with you. And number 4 would be the 4th tip. Make sure you draw up a time scale and a simple profit share agreement. Doesn't have to be a big legal document, but just be specific and be clear about responsibilities. Who does what in your agreement? Now here is my expert. The person I've chosen for this project is Ranjan Bhattacharya, and he is the founder of Your Property Empire. And by the way, this is a slide from the launch sequence. This is the first slide. You can see his photograph on the left. And this is, for me, an ideal expert. He's got massive proof in his market. He had an interest other than money to get into information publishing here, information marketing, using my Fusion Marketing Blueprint. And I could add and demonstrate my expertise from my marketing background. And that's how we started working together. We've drawn up a small agreement, very simple, on 1 page A4, and we started. Number 3, identify the prospect's hot buttons. And this is literally when you got to sit down yourself or with your expert and say, who is it that is going to be our ideal customer? Sometimes your ideal customer is simply defined by demographics. You can say it's a certain age group, or it's a certain, let's say it's working moms between 30 and 45, okay? That is a demographics group. And the reason why I say that, because you need to want to know where can you find your prospects? Where do they already congregate? I remember being in America last year with James, and we listened to Russell Brunson, and he asked a question. He said, if you want to sell Baptist songbooks, where would you ideally go to find your congregation? And I think that was obviously a trick question, because the simple answer is you would go to where the Baptists already congregate, in the Baptist church. Okay, and that was just a simple example to illustrate that if you want to sell a product or service, go to where your prospects already congregate. And if you don't know where to find the place, you will make the job for yourself a lot harder. So the simple rule here is know where to find your ideal customer. In my case, I want to illustrate it for you. In my case, we know there were property auction people, there were property investors that already make money and they want to learn a different strategy, or there were total newbies, total beginners who want to learn about property auctions. So these were our two targets, and where would we find them? We find them at existing networking property events or other property lists and joint venture partners. So how do we know what they were looking for? Very simply, we used a survey. So we can talk to people, our list or a joint venture partner list, and we simply send them a survey to find out what it is they want. We use SurveyMonkey or Poll Daddy, both of those tools you can do some free surveying with. We used a simple multiple choice and an open question, and we offered them a reward to entice them to actually fill out this survey. And here is an example. This is a simple question, and you can use, by the way, the exact same wording. What do you perceive to be the biggest problem that stops you from, and then you enter your niche, right now. And then you find the 4 or 5 topics that you want to talk about or you want to produce a product in. Now, in my case, you can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different topics here, and we want to gauge if people think that is easy or difficult for them. And you might have guessed it already, these are the exact topics, or these are the exact chapters of the products we produce later on. So we know what people are looking for and how difficult they perceive this to be. By the way, check out the words I use here, carefully chosen. What do you perceive to be the biggest problem? We want to tell them straight away that, you might think it's a problem, but it's not, because we have the answers. Okay, so this is just what we use in that step. The next step is to use free content to build anticipation, and that is a standard launch concept. You let people know how you know about your topic, and the best way to do that, to show that you're an authority, is if you give away free content. Obviously, in my case, it was all Ranjan's content, because I don't know about property auctions, but I just knew how to give this stuff away. My tip, my hot tip, and I've done it a million times, slightly exaggerated, I've done it many times, is to use an interview as a content piece. Now, why? Because it's easy and quick to create and deliver. It's interactive, and the cool thing is that the interviewer, in that case me, became the prospect. So I can take the prospect's position to ask the right questions, which makes me the advocate, and it makes it very easy for Ranjan to shine as an expert without appearing full of himself or cocky or anything, because it's me asking the questions, it's me giving the feedback, and you can really manage energy and you can get a lot of content done very easily. The great thing with interviews, you can use multimedia to deliver it. You can use a video interview, which is what we have chosen. You can then have an audio done from it, and you can, of course, use transcripts as well. So these things are very, very powerful. So this is the example here. We used a simple launch sequence, and you can see here the interview, me and Ranjan, and of course we have different chunks of that interview, all of them feeding directly into the powerful topics that our prospects asked us about in the pre-survey before the launch. Okay? So let's go further. Free content to build anticipation. We use something called Optimize Press for the launch funnel, and I'll tell you why I used it. First of all, it's low cost. It's $97 one-off. It's a it's a WordPress theme. It's pretty easy to configure. It's industry standard, and you don't need programming skills. You don't need to wait for outsourcers. You can literally do it yourself, and that's why I would recommend it if you want to use that. And the second thing we of course have done is use and leverage social media, and that's obviously a key element here. We use Facebook fan pages, we use Facebook commenting, we use Facebook likes, we use Twitter integration, and all that can be set up within the optimized press. If you have a quick look here on that picture, you can see here at the bottom, let us know what you think. That is Facebook. And every time somebody likes you on Facebook, it means that the like appears on their wall, all their friends see it, and the like points directly back to us, which builds obviously not just our opt-in element, it also builds us more names and gets more interest, and went a little bit viral, which is a great bonus. Now, what have we used to create that? We used fastfanpages.com, which is an incredible software which has been thought out and created by Paul Teague, one of our mastermind students. I would recommend it highly. So check out fastfanpages.com. You can increase the likes on your page. You add opt-ins to your pre-notification list, and it builds connection with your prospects. Here is a 3-step example of how these Facebook fan pages can work for you. You can see on picture number 1, right in the middle, we have a step 1, click like to get your free Insider Secrets auction report. And you can do the exact same thing, you just change what they're getting, okay? And then the moment they click like, and obviously that picture is there to hide the content, they see nothing until they click like. Then you see picture number 2 on the left, it reveals an opt-in box, which allows you to grab their name and email address. And then number 3, when they come back to the page, they see the normal wall and they can post on the wall. You can also see we created a specialist banner that makes the fan page look highly professional. These things are important, and if you do a launch, if you want to make money in that industry, you need to do that. Okay, let's go to step number 5. Now let me just quickly get some feedback, guys, because I told you earlier we are in a room here. I feel that we're working together, but I can't really hear you. So can you just let me know via feedback if you can hear me, if this is interesting so far, if you are getting the message across, if I get that. Okay. Brilliant. That's some good feedback. Thank you. That's good. That's good. Thank you, guys. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's excellent. It's just great for me to know you're still there. Okay. That's very, very nice. Thank you. Okay. So good. So far, so good. That's great. So, the next step is scarcity. If you have not read a book by Dr. Robert Cialdini, then I would recommend highly you do that. The book is called Influence. And influence is really how we can help people make a decision. And scarcity is one of those key drivers. And here are some generics about it. First of all, the launch culminates in a webinar. So similar to what we're doing tonight, where we have built anticipation by giving you free content and case studies and a Doom report, tonight is the night. Tonight is the webinar. And tonight is where the launch happens. And just in the same way, we had one webinar and everything happens on that webinar. Why are webinars great, by the way? Because it's a live one-off sales opportunity. It's live. It's like people in a room. They're listening. They're taking notes. You can ask them questions. You can interact with them. And you can make it clear that it's a special deal happening that one evening. And as you know, GoToWebinar is even free for 30 days to try. So you can run your own webinar at no cost at all. And you can really use that as a great way of offering that. It is interactive, and you can make it interactive just like I've done right now. I'm asking questions, and you can use inbuilt and external follow-up. And I will share with you in a few minutes why that is so important. My tip and my experience, and James and I have tested that many, many times, you need to have a short deadline. 72-hour maximum. Everything that's longer than 3 days goes out of people's minds and they do it another time. But if it's less than 72 hours, if it's the next 1, 2, or maximum 3 days, then you can really help people make a decision. Use true scarcity. And when I say true scarcity, if you say there are only 100 sets available, then make sure this is true. I'm not a fan, and I would not advocate ever to use false scarcity. Now, in the case of the property auction launch, we had 100 sets of 8 DVDs produced in advance. When they were gone, we had no more sets. It would have taken at least another week to get more sets done. And we made it very clear. We said to people, look, we have 100 sets available at a special price, ready to be shipped. And if you're quick, you can get into that 100. And that's exactly what happened. So how do we use it in our case? We had 100 sets pre-produced only. We had a special deal for joint venture partners. It was a special price, not the regular retail price. We had a very clear order deadline. And what we did then, because of the high demand, we produced 50 more in the next week after, when we extended the closing deadline. We did 50 more orders, and those obviously took longer to fulfill, but we just reacted to the demand. But it was at any given point true scarcity. At any point was it exactly the reality of the situation. So let's look at some of the really good stuff. And this is now the basics, I think, is very clear. So what we do, we literally look at one of the 4 big markets that are really, really buoyant in any economy, which is the money market, health, relationships, and spirituality. You then find an expert, someone you know already or somebody that you know through the media. You network with them, you build the trust. You then find a way to know where your market is. Once you know your market, ask them what they're looking for. Once you know what they're looking for, give it to them for free, and then sell them the product on the webinar. Very, very simple. So let's look at some more advanced conversion strategies. Now here's one of my top tips, and that worked so well that this is really amazing. This is what I call the on approval or trial offer. And this is something that I've combined this time with a physical product, and I will share with you exactly how that works. It makes it easier for people to make that decision. It is not easy to sell a 300, 500 or 1,000 pound product over a webinar. Now you can do it, and James and I have sold high ticket as well over webinars, but of course, the easier you make that first step, the easier it is for people to make that transaction. Now, one thing I found as well, if you sell physical products, it could be a DVD set, a home study course, home study system, that really reduces the return rate. It makes it easier for people. And this is where fusion marketing comes into its own already. This is not about ebooks or membership sites or DVD courses. Yes, of course, we provide a membership site. And that's like a given today in this day and age. But we're actually shipping a physical DVD set out to our customers. And that makes it so much easier for them to consume the product, and it makes it harder to return, which means they keep more of the product. Make it a no-brainer. The no-brainer is when you're looking and thinking, you know what, that is really, I have to do this. It's just crazy if I don't do that. And how can you do that? You add value, you add bonuses, you add a guarantee, you make it very easy for people to trial and test your product. The on-approval strategy I will share with you in a split second. Once you've done the webinar sale, by the way, how can you get more sales? Create a very short, and I say less than 10-minute video of just the offer. Okay, people have been on a webinar, they might have missed the webinar, they're not going to watch 90 minutes. You just give them the short and sweet of the offer. Very simple slideshow video, nothing fancy. That will help you to convert more. And again, use short deadlines. I will share with you the deadlines we used in our launch in the next few slides. So here is our advanced conversion tip on approval. Check out this offer. With everything we've given them, we added up more than £4,000 of value, and we told people to just pay £20 plus VAT today and $297 plus VAT in 30 days. This is what the mail order industry for the last 120 years has called the on-approval method. And this is really very simple. You literally say, give me 20 quid today and £300 in 30 days unless you return it. Now, I already pointed out to you, shipping a physical product means that people will less likely return it. It's not just a cancellation. They have to actually go and send it back to you. And if you know your product is great, then make sure you use an on-approval market system. It's very much like a trial. And here is one of the key tricks and the key takeaways. Make sure that this £20 pays for a lot of the production of your tool set, of your system. Here's the reality. Generally, if you sell an information product, you should look to not pay more than 10% of its price in production. And that's what we've done with that set. Okay? So they get an 8 DVD set, and it's just £20 and then $297 30 days later. Now, It's all great to get people on a webinar. It's all fantastic to sell lots of those home study courses or whatever it is that you choose to sell. But here is what you can really make, and this is when I say quadruple your profit and add another 1,000% to your profit. Sorry, quadruple your turnover and make 1,000% more profit. Look at the lifetime product revenue, and I want to share with you here. Build it to last. I would not recommend that you build the latest quick what is Facebook today, because within 6 months that will expire. But James and I have learned the hard way that some of the products we created within 6 months, within 9 months became not relevant or a little bit obsolete, and then you can't sell it anymore. I mean, I'm just saying that there are people out there selling obsolete product, but I would not recommend you do that. So if you build a product, make sure that you can last, that is a lasting product. I would say build it to last at least 2 years. How can you do that? Avoid putting dates into your product, avoid doing screen share videos, and teach more in principles and teach more strategies. Now, what you can do, you can use the website, the membership site, to do updates to the market, but make sure that the core product, the physical product, is something that has long-term value. Plan a high ticket. Yeah, a £300 product is great, but plan how you're going to get to a high ticket. A high ticket in my eyes is anything higher than £1,500, and I want to share with you what we decided to do. Include some form of continuity, and it doesn't have to be the only thing, because not everybody wants a continuity program. It's nice for you to have as income, but some people don't want to pay continuity. Again, James and I have built many membership sites, and we know that some people just don't want to pay every month. So allow them to pay in advance, and also make sure that there is some continuity in your program that you can offer. It's free money from the people who are interested in what you got. And this continuity creates fans, because people who are with you and pay every month, even if it's a small amount, that creates real lifetime value for you. So let me share the example that we've done with our product here. It is a home study system. It's designed as a 3-year product. Now, I promise you, in the property auction market, in the last few years, in the next few years, the fundamentals, the 6 steps that we're teaching will not change. And this is why we designed it as a 3-year product. We have estimated 1,500 sales. That's 500 sales over the 3 years, 500 sales a year. And if you think we already sold 160 in the first launch, in the first one webinar with one joint venture partner, I think that's an easy target to achieve. The revenue from just that product is going to be £500,000. You can work that out in about £300 plus VAT per product. But the real sweetener is that after 500 sales, we are planning a customer appreciation event. And these are all people who have bought and consumed and are happy home study system users. And we're going to have a biannual customer appreciation event. And the tickets to this event will cover the cost and production cost of the video. The video, of course, will be part of the membership site. So this is an easy no-brainer to add more value to existing customers. And on those events, we will offer a high-ticket coaching program. In that case, it's going to be £5,000 plus for people who want to work more closely with the expert, in our case, Ranjan. And that will happen next year. Recurring revenue, the initial product includes access to the membership site, but as more and more content is added to the site, it is easily possible to charge £97 recurring after the initial free period. And this together, ladies and gentlemen, will be a more than £1 million, a 7-figure business just in itself. And remember, it is one expert's information. Where it took him 20 years to build. It is in his head, and it is now available as an information product using Fusion Marketing. Events, online, offline, text marketing, telemarketing, mail shots. This is the power of Fusion Marketing. You cannot do that by selling ebooks online. I hope I made that very, very, very clear. So let's look at quickly, before we go into what else to discover. Can I just have a bit of feedback, guys? How was that for starters? So do you believe that this blueprint is something that you can follow using the 7 steps I just outlined. That's for me the most important part. Now, you might not be, okay, brilliant, people like it, great, yes, excellent model, yes, 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 great stuff, people like it. For me, it's most important that you can see yourself do that. Because yes, I've done it a few times and I've been able to teach my inner circle students to do very similar stuff. But if you can understand what I've outlined there and how it is different to do just online marketing, okay, then I hope I got the message across. Fantastic. This is good stuff. Great method, great model. Okay, I like it. That's good. That's good. Brilliant. James, can I just check? Are you still there? You taking notes yourself, or what's happening your end?
I definitely.
You feverishly answering questions.
Well, the questions are coming through now that you've asked for them, actually. So people actually want to know how long. So a question from Vanda is, how long were the length of the DVDs for the property product?
That's an excellent question. Altogether, it was 9 hours. So it was 8 DVDs that we packaged, and they were recordings of a webinar series, Vanda. So we first sold Ranjan's knowledge from stage at the Property Super Conference, and we then created a 6-week webinar series with a couple of bonus webinars, and those webinars became the core content. And that is a very good strategy, because it means you don't have to have all the product produced up front. You literally have a small audience pay for the production of that home study course. So it's a great question, Vanda, and I think it's highly relevant. So 6-week webinar course turned into a DVD set, altogether about 9 hours of content.
Fantastic. And another question from Ian. A great model, but how do we go from making just a few quid to that level?
It's a good question. How is it you do that? I believe you just do it a few times, to be honest. I don't think you will be able to do that first time round. When I did my first launch, I did a very similar model last year. I made about £30,000 in the launch, so that's like 40% less than today. And the one I did a year before, I did about £10,000 in our launch. And James, you will remember when we did our first mini launch. We called it a mini launch, but it was the biggest launch that we could do with our list back then. So I think, Ian, the answer is use the strategies and principles I teach and just do it to whatever size list or whatever size audience you can manage. Using the principles I share with you today will maximize the conversion. And if the product has a 3-year lifespan or a 2-year lifespan, then you can always add to the revenue as you go through. I hope that answers your question.
I would just add something to that, which I think is relevant for everyone. So, Ian, one of the reasons why people only make a few quid or don't make much money at all is often that they don't have a conversion environment that they're promoting, either their own product or that of an affiliate. So here is the answer to that problem. If you create a product that is going to be in demand, that will convert well because you're using this amazing tried and tested strategy of only paying a small amount up front and the remainder in 30 days, and you're using a physical product with higher perceived value, you're going to convert better. And affiliates, JV partners, will want to work with you because they're going to get good money. And so you can actually get quite a lot of money in a hurry as soon as you've got a good converting product in a hot market. I think that's the key.
It's highly, highly relevant what you just said, James, because remember, guys, Ranjan and I launched that product with just one joint venture partner who had an exclusive to that, and this joint venture partner made 1/3 of all the money. So from that revenue that I share with you on slide number 1, for just running a webinar with the list, they made a good chunk of money. And of course they like us, they want to do more like this, okay? So you got to work your way there. I've been at it for a couple of years, but obviously with good coaching, with good mentoring, you can really shortcut your learning to get there. So I really want to carry on, if that's okay with you guys. I got a ton more to cover. I hope you are taking notes. I hope you are getting excited about this, because this is stuff that can be done today. I've done that 2 weeks ago, okay? Our launch finished in the middle of July. This is brand new, hot off the press. The money is still warm, okay? These are like fresh little buns in the oven, okay? You can enjoy that as we go through. This is not 5 years ago. This is not rocket science. This is in the UK, in the market. You don't even have to be an expert in. It's not internet marketing. It's not push button money. It's not nonsense. This is real stuff, real information marketing, and to a hot market. And I've given you a lot of tips already. But let's go through what I promised you at the beginning of this webinar. Here is 3 things and 3 more on the next slide. I want to give you the killer email subject lines that I used in that launch that you can use as well. I want to share with you a couple of little known powerful webinar secrets that will boost your sales. I want to give you the single strategy that by itself increased my sales conversion by 200%. I will also give you my backend strategy for quadrupling your sales and increasing your profit. And I've already let the cat out of the bag there. I want to share with you the software I use to automate my webinars and increase sales for insane profit, and also want to show you how to minimize your return rate when you sell physical products at little or no cost to you. And to be honest, I've never seen what I will share with you on any other content, on any webinar. This is all stuff that James and I have learned the hard way by testing and trialing, and you can literally take that magic shortcut with us tonight. So take care, take good notes. In the next 10 minutes, I will share with you those 6 magic bullets that will help you. So, number 1, let's go. The killer subject lines. What is my recipe for creating good subject lines in my email? I always say use curiosity and controversy. That means use something that people think, what is it, okay? Just create some kind of curiosity factor. And secondly, get some controversy in there. And I will show you some good examples how to do that. Use personalization where you can. People still respond and will always respond. If they hear their own name, they will like it, okay? So you want to make sure that you use personalization wherever you can. Remember, the open rate is just part of the game. But opening an email is great, but you want people to click. So make sure that the links in that email and the message is very consistent with the subject line. And one little tip that you can do in Aweber, you can do it in Infusionsoft and many other tools, resend your email to the people who haven't opened your email. Why? Because they haven't opened it, so they haven't had a chance to click. So just resend it using a different headline. Very simple stuff. Now here is, and this is guys, this is strictly insider information. This is statistics from my own launch from just 2 weeks ago. Now, let me explain. There's a lot of information in one slide, okay? But first of all, on the left, you can see the subject lines I used. Next to it is the day I sent it. And please take note, this is very useful for you because you should start your launch on a Thursday. You should then have your webinar a week later on a Thursday, okay? And that's exactly what you should do. So this is a 1-week launch sequence you see here. Now, next you can see the amount of emails that were sent. Next you see the open rates. Next you see the click rates. That means people open the email, how many have clicked on the link inside the email. Next you see how many people opted out of that joint venture partners database. And the last number is how many people complained about it and said this was a spam message. And I think it gives you a pretty good indication here which messages worked well and which did not work well. Now, let's look at the biggest open rates first of all. I made them bold. Did you make 62K profit with some simple paperwork, James? Now, why does this headline work? Because it's curiosity and it's controversy, correct? Because I make it interesting. I said, did you make a lot of money? And then it's a controversy by doing some simple paperwork, and I use personalization. I believe this is why this had a slightly better open rate, and we had also a fairly decent click-through rate on that email as well. Our meeting tomorrow, which is the 3rd from the bottom up, this is when I talk about the webinar. Now, if you call it a meeting, people are more likely to open up, and you can see that we had a very high open rate. But you can see on the right-hand column we also had a high spam complaint rate. People were a little bit ticked off that we called it our meeting, and then they realized it was a webinar reminder. Okay, and then we have the highest ever open rate from the whole series, and that is Frankly I'm Concerned first name. And you might recall that James actually used that very same headline this morning sending an email out to actually only to people who hadn't registered for the webinar by this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
James sent out his email. So that's important. So many of you will have not seen it, but everybody who didn't respond by then, we just thought, okay, let's get out the heavy guns. Frankly, I'm concerned, first name. And you can see very good open rate, good click rate, because it was a very clear call to action. A little bit higher opt-out rate because people were like, okay, I'm not that interested anymore. And but very, very good results for us. And one little tip, if you look at the last message that's sent out on the same day of the webinar, it's "We're live now, you coming, James?" And that is a message that is sent out literally 10 minutes before the webinar starts. And we have found that many people jump on that message and literally join the webinar because they've forgotten they registered, and this is suddenly they just join in. Okay, so this is some real killer headlines. And you can see the best open rates, you can see the best click rates, and obviously the first headline, let me quickly illustrate: property auction millionaire reveals secret blueprint. Now every word in there is relevant, and the word free video is also in brackets with uppercase. Very, very easy. I was a little bit surprised at the second message. I was very suspicious when I saw this first, because I think that's a classic curiosity and controversy headline. We had relatively low open rates on that one. I'm not sure though, if you look at the send, it could be that this message was only sent to the people who haven't responded to the first one. So I'm a little bit, if I look at the amount of emails sent to, it's possible that he deducted some of those numbers. I think actually that would be the answer. Yeah. Anyway, little insight here. But you can see here, we literally communicate every day during the launch, sometimes even multiple times, and we build up anticipation by giving away content. So I hope that you enjoy that. So let me share with you a couple of GoToWebinar profit tweaks. This is so simple, yet most people don't do that. In GoToWebinar, you can actually personalize reminder emails. Okay, and what we do, you can see on the right-hand side, we send out reminder emails 6 hours, 3 hours, and 1 hour before the webinar. And we let GoToWebinar do that automatically. You can personalize those messages, you can put in some more values, some benefits, and GoToWebinar does it for you. It doesn't cost you anything, and they only go, of course, to webinar registrants. Very, very powerful. What else do? We personalize the follow-up emails. And that means that attendees after the webinar get a reminder back to the sales page, because many haven't bought. And very, very important, we send a different email to people who didn't show up. On every webinar, you got about half the people who didn't show up. Now tonight, because we had a problem with the time zone, a lot of people didn't make it. Now we have an email set up to those people tomorrow, automatically sent by GoToWebinar, sending them to a replay or sending them to a sales page. And that's what we've done here as well. Now, this is this little trick that more than doubled our sales, and I know that because last year we tried selling the £300 off the page by just saying on approval, £20 now, rest later. We were able to more than double our sales on the day, and we know that people will keep the product, and I'll tell you exactly why we know that. So what else you learn? You can see we now covered the killer emails subject lines. We covered the webinar secret that will boost your sales, and I shared with you my single strategy that by itself increased my sales conversion by over 200%. It's the sale on approval. Very, very powerful. Let's look at quadrupling profits. The home study system, as I shared with you, is the only part that I've shared now. Next is going to have an appreciation event and, of course, a high-ticket coaching and, of course, a recurring revenue. So this will quadruple our profits from the money. And why quadruple profits? I told you we make $500,000 from the front end and $500,000 from the back end. But remember, there is no affiliate money to be paid from the back end. That means our profits are higher because we don't pay affiliates from the back end. This is why you always need to plan a back end funnel. So, little tip here, I told you I would share with you the automated software that allows us to have automated webinars By the way, this one is live. Hello, this is me. I'm live. Okay, this is not recorded, but there is a software. It's called stealthseminar.com, and I wanted to give an affiliate link, but I couldn't find one. So this is a naked link to Stealth Seminar, which allows you to automate webinar replays. Very powerful. You can have buttons appear, buy now buttons, as you can see here next to the webinar, and this happens after the webinar to increase your conversions. And you can also have a question box that sends you emails, and you can obviously then send questions and answers back. Very powerful. This is my secret weapon for automated replays. stealthseminar.com. So here is my last secret. How do we minimize return rates? And the last secret for tonight, by the way, how do we minimize return rates? There are some packaging considerations when you send out products. And I want to share with you some good stuff. Number one is quality of the packaging. Number two is the letter we include. And number three is the lift note, the little secret that we picked up in America and looked at some other products. There are some design considerations. And first of all, it's a set of 8 DVDs, and I will explain to you why. Cellophane wrappers, sleeve design, and of course, who is your fulfillment house? So let me look at some of the stuff here. Now, we have a welcome letter. It's a 3-page letter that is in an envelope that goes out to the people. It congratulates them, it welcomes them, it gives them very clear instructions. It's printed in color on high-quality paper, and that's important because you're not there to shake their hand. You need to put something similar in place. Now, we packaged that in a nice special cardboard box. It fits exactly the product, and this letter is folded up there in an envelope. On top of the letter, we actually have what we call a lift note, a little sticky note with an 0844 number, and it literally says, important, call this number now for a special recorded message. And guess what? It's 1 minute where I ramble on and tell them how good it is that they made the decision, how lucky they are, how great the product is, and if they need any help, where to go. It just helps them, encourages them in that moment when the product arrives to have a good buying experience. Now, the number to get those 0844 numbers totally free of charge is freespeech.co.uk. You can get unlimited 0844 numbers there, which is a local rate in the UK, and you can record a message, you can upload an MP3, and you can just let that message play forever. Absolutely powerful. By the way, I had a stamp made that looks like handwriting at speedystamps.co.uk, so you can just literally stamp and post it and bang it onto this box, and it looks just amazing and helps you to reduce return rate. So here are some sleeve considerations. This is actually one of the DVD sleeves, and let me just point out some cool stuff. If you look at this DVD set, first of all, on the top right, we say 1 of 8. So we make sure that if that DVD should ever get away from its pack, that people know it's one of a set. And here is a couple of things. We have the DVD logo on the DVD 3 times. People need to know what is it. It's a video DVD. We have a barcode at the bottom of the page, which looks like a professional DVD you can buy in a shop. This barcode, by the way, points to an album, so it is not the real barcode for the DVD, but it helps people, when they look unconsciously, it looks like a DVD from the shop. Fill the back. I cannot tell you how many times I see information products that have nothing on the back. Use the back, because that is in essence all the people see. They look at the front, they look at the back, they look at the pictures, and they see if it looks professional. Make sure you have a regular retail price at the back of your DVD, and make sure that regular retail price ties in with the sale price. Now, in our case, it retails at $4.97, and of course, we sold it, as you know, for $2.97, which is a 40% discount that we could give the affiliate partner. Next, DVD details. All the stuff about language, audio settings, subtitles, running time, format, region codes. This is all stuff that you find on any professional DVD, and adding that to your information product will make your product stand out and look like a real professional product. And of course, make sure you add the benefits on all the stuff they're getting, what they will discover on every individual DVD. It's a little bit of work, but I tell you, it will pay off because you will reduce the returns. Make sure people know it's part of a set, and make sure you can put your terms and conditions on there as well. There's a big disclaimer on there that we are not financial consultants, and so on and so on. Yeah, it's important you put a disclaimer on. Again, every decent product out there has a disclaimer on. And of course, make sure you use images to illustrate how professional this whole stuff is. So, what I've shared with you right now were my proven backend strategies for quadrupling your sales, increasing your profit, and of course, the special software I use to automate my webinars for increased sales and insane profit. And last but not least, how to minimize return rates of your physical product at little or no cost to you. Putting that number in place, putting the lift note in there, sending the letter costs you a few pence, but it will reduce return rates and leave a lot more profit money in your pocket. So guys, I just want to quickly sum up before we go to the last part of this presentation. Did you get some value out of that? Is that something you can use? Is that something you can see yourself using in your own business, or you haven't got started yet? Does it help you get started? Because it's all about making sure you can actually get started and you can make some, oh wow, absolutely yes. Eventually yes, for sure, absolutely. Has given me some great ideas. Fantastic, Dan. Thank you, Daniel. Really good. Certainly can be useful. Fantastic stuff. Very good. Great stuff. Okay, it looks like we hit a few chords here with you. That's really, really good. Great tips. Great insight. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. It's good to have you give me that feedback. Hot stuff. Sounds great, dude. I like the variety of feedback. Thank you, guys. It makes it more entertaining for me to read that. Oh, wow. Best information I've heard in a webinar. Wow, thank you. That's lovely. Thank you so much, Carolyn Lindsay. So that's great. So, James, how are you doing? The other end.
I'm doing.
You've been watching the presentation.
Yeah, I mean, enjoying your energy. You've been on fire this evening. The Austrian Tony Robbins is with us.
Yeah, the Austrian Tony Robbins, exactly. Yeah, good fun, good fun. So, guys,
I was going to say.
Go for it, James. Actually, I'll tell you what, James. Let me get some water, and I give you couple of minutes to sum up.
Exactly. I don't know how you manage it without you. Need to come up for air. You know, I think once or twice.
I was breathing. I was breathing in between. Don't worry.
Excellent. Well, guys, a couple of you asking on the questions. You can really see the idea behind what Daniel was saying, but a lot of you are wondering how can it relate to you? How can it relate to your particular business? What you would like to do? Well, one of the things that we did recently is you probably noticed there was a few emails from us. We're sharing some videos of case studies of people in doing many different businesses who have been working with us, all of them actually, as part of our Inner Circle Mastermind group recently. And the reason for that was simple. Is we've been working with these people for a number of months, helping them to build their real-world businesses. And the kind of strategies that we've been helping them implement are really taking the best of the offline world and the best of the online world and kind of merging the two together, which is why we came up with the term fusion marketing. So we really wanted to share some real world case studies with you for people such as Gillian, Phil, Richard and Sati working completely different areas, how they've taken the concepts of working the best of online and offline and really making it work for them in their business. So I'd love to get some feedback from you guys. First of all, for those of you who've actually seen these case studies, can you give me some feedback? Were they useful? Were they helpful? Could you actually see how the real world examples could be relevant for you? I'd love to get your feedback on that, guys. If you can just let me know in the questions. Okay, guys, let me know. So some of you said yes, that you saw them, you liked the case studies. Anybody else? Obviously, the reason behind that was we want to show you that the concepts behind taking the best of online and offline can apply to many different businesses. Okay, it doesn't matter it's not specific to just online or to one business, but you can use it in many different areas. That's what we want to get across, Daniel.
I think that is the key here, because what we found, I mean, you know that James and I have been teaching pure online marketing for a few years now, the standard niche marketing, affiliate marketing approach, and we found that strangely enough, the people who became successful out of the hundreds of students we taught, and for my liking, not enough became successful. The ones who became successful were all applying what we knew and taught to real businesses, and they were applying on and offline strategies, and this is how it became more and more passionate. And Gillian Fox is a copywriter. Phil Turner produces mainly physical products in many different niches and markets, helps his wife to build a yoga business, a yoga training business. Richard Hill, SEO. It is an online, but it's a traditional business with staff, with an office, okay? He uses direct mail and so on and so on. And of course, Sati Pungvia, running her social media business. But she does some of the acquisition through BNI and through networking. So it is all a mixture. And I think many of those people have realized that the laptop lifestyle idea, or the dream of just push button money, is just not happening and is not real, it's not true. So I think that is really what we've arrived at. So if you allow me, I want to share a couple of great photographs, actually. And the first one comes from last year's 7-figure formula. And I don't know if you recall, but last year we ran an event in September, and some people flew in from other countries and flew down from Ireland, and it was just an incredible event where for 2 days we shared some fantastic stuff. And on the right-hand side, you see 4 contestants. They are 4 students of ours. They were competing for the Better You Best competition. And we wanted to show some real-life case studies. And here's the feedback from Eileen Bowley, one of our students. I had a fantastic 2 days. Knowing Daniel has completely changed my life, and I love it when people say that. To the better, I hope she meant. Yes, so that's good news. Again, this weekend has been another life-changing event for me. One thing I love about Daniel and James is that they tell you the truth. There is no quick push-button solution. You got to do the work, and you get the results. Eileen couldn't agree anymore. It's amazing, and we're very proud that we've been able to help a lot of people with real-world results, telling them the truth and telling them how to get financial security in these uncertain times. So here's another photo I want to share, which is just a week old, and that is last week. We spent a weekend with the Inner Circle Mastermind Group at a retreat. It is our highest level coaching program, and we spent the whole weekend together, and Sunday evening, after 2 very long intense days, we took a group photograph. You can see on the bottom left the venue we chose, so nice and posh. We really enjoyed ourselves in Berkshire, in Royal Berkshire, and that was a really amazing event. And what is cool, if I went through everybody on this picture, we have here Paul on the left, fast fan pages. We got a chiropractor, we got an SEO guy, we got a property expert, a copywriter, we got an SEO business, we got a veterinarian, we have a networking guy, we got somebody doing life purpose. So we got all kinds of businesses here, all learning fusion marketing. So very, very excited, and I can say very happily that all of them have achieved amazing results. So why am I telling you that? Because James and I actually want to run another event this year, and it's going to be amazing, because it is the first ever UK Info Millionaire Summit. Now, why UK Info Millionaire Summit? And you can see a couple of icons on the right hand side. Now, first of all, we decided we want to do something first and unique in the UK, and it is a 2-day summit. It's not a massive event. It's not going to be thousands of people in a room. It's a summit, and we're going to bring UK info millionaires to you. I think it's about time we don't fly in people from the US and Australia or anywhere else in the world. They're all UK guys who live here, who work here, who have real businesses here, who use fusion marketing and using information marketing to do multi-million in every year. Okay, and this is a special summit. Let me tell you what's that event. First of all, it's a 2-day event on the 24th and 25th of September 2011 in London. So, of course, fairly convenient location for most of you, apart from the guys from the US, and hopefully you can come and see us, guys. It would be wonderful. It's going to be a lot of fun. James has told me in the preparation for this webinar, he said one thing that he likes about me is that I actually make good jokes. And I thank you, James. I appreciate that. I try to be funny.
Like that.
I try to be funny while I share useful information, okay? And I think we're going to have a lot of fun, but we also give you a ton of content. And I promise you right here and now, it is not a pitch fest. None of the guest speakers, none of the UK Info Millionaires will sell you something, okay? all they will give you are proven blueprints. So let me say, this is the first in the UK. This is not a pitch fest, okay? This is a 2-day event with massive, massive value for you. We have eight UK InfoMillionaire blueprints. Every one of those blueprints is a business model that you can copy. Every one of them, and you can combine any multitude of those to create your own millionaire business out of those blueprints. And I can't wait to show the next slide so you can actually see all the guys who will be there. An absolute amazing amount of knowledge and information for you to absorb and use in your business right now, working right now, 2011. No push button secrets, but real information, real business information. So there's a couple of good things happening as well for everybody in the room. We're going to do an iPad 2 prize draw, a very sexy little device here that will really be given away totally free of charge to one of you in the room, just for being in the room, just for saying thank you for coming down to London or seeing us for those 2 days. And we also have the Better Your Best competition, more case studies from our students. We want to make sure that you walk away inspired and see that people within 6 months, within 12 months can build a substantial business. Now, not multimillionaires overnight, that is in most cases not possible, but real solid case studies, real solid businesses. And what you see on the right hand side, we're going to give people, you will be voting, by the way. You will be casting your vote on the day who from our students will be winning the £5,000 preloaded UK InfoMillionaire business in the box. What is it? It's going to be a high-spec iMac, 27-inch iMac. You're going to get a video camera with it. You're going to get a microphone with it, professionals. You can create information marketing products that can make you £1 million. Just like I demonstrated today, all we did was run webinars, do videos using that technology. I want to give you information preloaded on the laptop as well. So if you are the winner, if you can be the Better Your Best winner, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So without further ado, let me introduce who will be the 8 UK InfoMillionaire blueprints. Drum roll. Here we go. I can't believe we were able to get all these guys. Everybody has agreed and signed. So we're going to share with you Paul Avins, award-winning business coach, professional speaker, and author, worked with over 27 millionaires. He is known in the UK for explosive business growth. So wherever your business is, he can help you grow. He's actually James and my business coach now. We just signed an agreement with Paul, and it is high ticket to work with Paul. And I say multiple thousands per day, and Paul will be there and share his InfoMillionaire blueprint. Ranjan Bhattacharya, he will actually tell the story, the case study of the launch he's done with me, and give you a lot of the reasons and his background. He himself is a multi-million property investor and information marketer, and he will outline his vision and how you can benefit what he's doing. Marcus de Maria, wealth workout and trading legend, first UK trainer with T. Harv Eker, traveling the world, helping people to change their mindset and become millionaires himself and live the life of their dreams, just like he created for himself. Paul Teague, multi-six-figure online launch specialist and Facebook marketing guru, written one of the best softwares on Facebook fan pages, fast fan pages, and he will be sharing some of the Facebook marketing secrets live on stage. Phil Turner, another one of our students, product creation expert extraordinaire and productivity coach. Phil is magical the way he gets things done, and he will share with you how to get more done, how to create products from scratch. He's created over 27 products in the last year. Anything from CDs, DVDs, ClickBank products, physical products, books, a multitude of books, unbelievable. All that will be there. James Watson, of course, my business partner, fusion marketing formula creator, expert, mentor, and coach. He will talk about how to sack your boss and become an information marketer, become an entrepreneur. James has only recently, as you know, less than 2 years ago, sacked his boss, quit his job, and became an entrepreneur. Stuart Ross, my business partner, the Six-Figure Mentors, high-ticket expert, Six-Figure Mentor founder, and attraction marketing guru. Nobody I know in this world does attraction marketing and personal branding like Stuart Ross. And he will be sharing stuff on stage that you can benefit from directly. And of course, last but not least, I will be there, fusion marketing formula creator, product product launch and JV experts. I'll be talking more about product launches, give you a lot more information that you can take away right away, because as you know, we crammed everything tonight into 1 hour. 1 hour is never enough to share all we know, and we're going to have 2 days together in an intimate environment, sharing and filling your mind and your soul with incredible blueprints that you can take away straight away. So I really hope you enjoyed it. 8 experts over 2 days sharing their secrets with you on the first UK Info Millionaire Summit, end of September. Now, let me tell you a little bit what's happening here. Paul Avin's Exclusive Business Growth Blueprint. Ranjan Bhattacharya, Advanced Info Marketing Blueprint. Now, what does it mean? Explosive Business Growth means whatever business you're in, the strategies Paul will share on the day that people spend thousands and thousands for, he will give you growth strategies that you can use straight away. Ranjan Bhattacharya, the Advanced Info Marketing Blueprint. What he's been able to do in a short time with me, he will explain to you, but also enlighten you of his existing info marketing background that is just absolutely amazing. He shared it with some of my inner circle group who have been raving about the content. You get exclusive access to Ranjan there. Marcus de Maria, Productivity Breakthrough Blueprint. Marcus manages to travel the world, run multiple businesses, and be a fantastic dad and family man and play tennis every other day of the week. How does he do it? His productivity and mindset secrets will be shared on the day with you exclusively. And again, remember guys, this is not a pitch event. None of those guys will be selling to you. They will just giving you that information because they're my friends, they're my mentors. This is my circle that you can benefit from. Paul Teague, one of our best and most amazing students in our inner circle group, he will be talking about a Facebook marketing blueprint. What this guy has up his sleeve will totally blow you away. Paul has got a tremendous background in broadcasting, and he's got written an amazing software that you will get access to, and you will see how that can transform your existing business. Remember, I said you can use any or all or some of those blueprints and apply them to your existing business, no matter how large or small your business is, or even if you haven't got started yet. This is the best time. I promise you, you don't want to start an online business without having this information under your belt. Who else? Phil Turner, Product Creation Blueprint. I told you already, nobody creates products like Phil. He is a wizard, and the stuff that he learned how to do it quickly and efficiently and not waste time or money is something you need to learn. James Watson, How to Sack Your Boss Blueprint. Again, there are some real life case studies and some real principles that you can use to get those results. Stuart Ross, the Advanced Lead Generation Blueprint. Part of the attraction marketing magic is that you attract leads to you. There's no one I know that gets a daily flow of leads like Stu does to his high-ticket mentoring, to his six-figure mentor business, or whatever he chooses to touch, everything he markets. He manages to create advanced lead generation with attraction marketing, and you want to learn these secrets directly from Stu. And of course, I will share multi-six-figure launch blueprints, something a little bit what you've seen today, but more takeaways, more hands-on stuff that you can go right away. Now guys, if I could be in a room with all these people, I would move heaven and earth to get there, and you have the opportunity to get there. And let me outline to you how you can do that. So we have Paul, Ranjan, Marcus, Paul, again, Phil, James, Stuart, and myself sharing Info Millionaire blueprints. And as I told you, it doesn't matter if you're brand new, an existing business. I promise you, what you will take away from those 2 days will transform your business if you choose to use it. There is so much information there, and I told you that this is not a pitch fest. Secure your place right now. Exclusive tickets to the first ever UK Info Millionaire. All UK guys, all information marketers, all sharing millionaire blueprints. It's a summit in London, 24th, 25th of September 2011. 8 easy to copy UK Info Millionaire blueprints for you. The iPad 2 prize draw, of course, the better your best competition. You can go now to UKInfoMillionaire.com and just grab your ticket. The tickets, and let me just give you a little bit of an insight of a bit more about those tickets. You can go right now, UKInfoMillionaire.com. But before you do that, let me just share a couple of things. Tickets are only $197 for a 2-day event, but we have something special for you today. We have a couple of bonuses, and you should see those bonuses before you rush off to the page. Bonus 1 is the 7-figure formula 10 DVD set, a physical DVD set from last year's incredible 7-figure formula. We will ship that DVD set to you as soon as you placed your order with us. Value, and we've sold tons of those at $197. So you get a $197 DVD set just thrown in totally free of charge when you make a decision tonight. We're also going to give you bonus number 2, the 6-figure traffic secrets. Value £197. It's James Watson's free traffic domination blueprint videos, 13 step-by-step videos, and Stuart Ross's paid Facebook traffic videos. 4 step-by-step videos how to create compelling Facebook ads. And that's not all. We're also going to give you traffic and conversion secrets, 7 videos and PowerPoint presentation from our unique traffic and conversion summit, value $197. All this is yours today when you make a decision tonight. And by the way, I want to knock £100 off. There's an early bird discount if you make a decision today. Prices will most likely go up to $197 as we go closer to the event, but today just £97, and to get a £100 discount when you go to the checkout page, just put in the secret code FUSION to knock off £100 of the $197 price, which brings it down to £97. So very simple, £97 today using the secret code FUSION. Bonus 1, the 7-figure formula 10 DVD set. Bonus 2, the 6-figure traffic secrets, including the 7 times traffic and conversion secrets. Bonus number 3, bring your business partner or life partner totally free of charge. Simply go to UKInfoMillionaire.com. This is an absolutely crazy deal. You get access to 8 Info Millionaire blueprints. You're going to be in the room at a summit for 2 days with us, sharing secrets and giving you some real insights how to build and transform your business. And we make it easy for you. You go to UKInfoMillionaire.com, you punch in the secret code FUSION to take £100 of the regular retail price, and for just £97 you get tickets to the event. You get a 7-figure formula 10 DVD set worth $197, which we sent to you in the post. On top of that, you get a 6-figure traffic secrets plus the 7 traffic conversion secrets videos and presentations. And of course, you can bring a friend for free, or a business partner for free. Simply just email us when you get the confirmation of the ticket who the partner will be. You don't have to do that tonight, but just let us know who the second person will be, and we reserve a ticket for you there as well. So I think that's me. That's my last slide. So please let me know if there's anything we can do for you, any questions you have, or James, anything that I've forgotten that you think is really important to let people know.
Daniel, yes, indeed. So what about if people want to reserve their ticket now, but they're not entirely sure whether they're free on the date of the event?
Okay. Now, what we're going to do for that, first of all, we have got a money-back guarantee. So if you want to buy today, reserve your ticket, we have a full money-back guarantee, and that works very simply. If you come to the event and you're not exactly happy or excited about the event, you get your money back, and not just that. But if you let us know within 30 days of the event, that means you have time till the end of August to let us know, you get a no-quibble refund to your ticket, no questions asked. So if you book tonight and you're not 100% sure, I would say grab a ticket tonight at just $97 and let us know up to 30 days before the event, and you get a full refund of your money, no problem. Did it answer your question, James?
Yes, it did. Yeah, that was part 1 for sure. And actually,
so,
somebody said they were about to ask as well. So,
perfect.
By the way, did we have to pay out on any money on the guarantee back for after the 7-figure formula? I don't remember anybody asking for their money back. I think
no, there was not a single refund. We had a lot of happy and excited people, and I think anybody who's ever worked with us knows that we over-deliver in anything and everything we do. So it's absolutely important to understand that, you know, we give those guarantees to make decisions easier for you. We give those guarantees, those crazy guarantees, because we're so certain that you are absolutely happy. And I tell you what, the guarantee is crazy. Today we're not giving you a 100% guarantee. We're actually going to give you a 200% guarantee. How does that work? If you buy a ticket and you come to the event and you don't like it, we're going to give you all your money back, but you can still keep all the bonuses. You can keep the 7-figure formula DVD set, and you can also keep access to the 6-figure traffic secrets and the conversion secrets. So we're so sure that you love it, and I won't even ask us the no question ask guarantee. You might see a little asterisk on the page. You might wonder, what is the asterisk? The asterisk is, if you allow me, I will ask you a question and just ask you why you didn't like the event or why you wanted a refund. You will get the refund. I just want to know why, because it will help me to create an even better event. But most likely, it's going to be definitely interesting and surprising if there's anybody who is not absolutely delighted after the event. So here's one warning, and I think it's very important you understand that. That's a caveat. This event is not for everyone. If you are looking for one of those events where people are crammed into a massive room, you're stuck in row Z and told every 5 minutes to run to the back of the room by some so-called guru, then I'm afraid you will be disappointed. But if you're instead looking to join a group of ethical, successful entrepreneurs building real businesses rather than pie-in-the-sky pipe dreams in a warm, friendly, and yes, entertaining environment for 2 full days down in London, then you will be very happy indeed, guaranteed. So if that is you, then I would say right now, jump over to UKInfoMillionaire.com, grab you a crazy ticket for just £97, and you know by entering the secret code Fusion, we're going to knock £100 off the original ticket price of £197. That means you just pay £97 today, and we give you, of course, all the bonuses we previously mentioned, including the 7-figure formula DVD set, plus the 6-figure traffic secrets, plus, of course, the traffic conversion secrets. And you just simply let us know, who your partner is, your business partner, and you can bring that right there and then. So, guys, any questions, let me know. We're going to jump on the questions and help you make a decision tonight. Can I please know, oh, by the way, we had problems with the timing here, with the time system, so people thought we were starting an hour earlier, and quite a lot of people didn't make it to the webinar. So you are extremely lucky, because we are actually limiting those tickets to the first 10 people, because we wanted to just see, we're very early, we still got like 7 weeks before the event, almost 8 weeks, so we just wanted to get a first few people that commit today, the first 10, and then we're going to gauge the marketing efforts right after today. So you're one of the people today on the call. I would say grab the opportunity to give you that. This opportunity will stay open till the end of July. That's for the next is 2.5 days really. Today's the 28th, so by the 31st of July, midnight, this offer will close, but I would say grab it right now. So cool. From the feedback I see, a lot of people have been extremely happy. Whereabouts is a question. It's in London. We're not exactly sure. There's 3 venues we have reserved. We're just looking at the different venues and the advantages, but it's either somewhere the Heathrow region or somewhere in central London. It's Saturday and Sunday, and we're going to make sure it's a nice place where we can enjoy ourselves. Okay.
That's a very nice comment from... there's a very nice comment from Caroline, Daniel, for you.
Yes.
The webinar is anything to go by. The event will be fantastic. Absolutely, Caroline. Yeah, very intuitive. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, James and I are very passionate about what we do here. I hope you get the message. We're also very clear. We wanna create something which is different, that is different in the marketplace. We want people to see that there is a trusted, ethical marketing that can be done, and we want to give you real-life case studies from people just like you succeeding in very, very many different markets using our info marketing blueprints. And those blueprints are just incredible. And I told you earlier, this is not a pitch event. You have 2 days of learning. Just to let you know, about less than a month ago, a very well-known UK marketer ran an event similar to the one we're going to be putting on. He charged £1,000 for the tickets, and you might have heard his name. I'm not going to mention it today. He's been marketing very heavily, and people have spent £1,000 to be in a room with hundreds of entrepreneurs stuck in row Z, as James said, and as we said earlier, and they have been pitched heavily on many expensive products from every guest speaker in the room. This is not what we're about. This is going to be a summit. This is going to be a more intimate event. It's going to be my millionaire mentors and my millionaire business partners sharing some incredible information to help you change your business, change your life. So I just want to know, is there any reason why anybody's still on the webinar? We still have more than 90% of anybody who joined us initially on that webinar. So what can I do to help you make a decision? So if there's any reason you cannot make a decision, please type in a question box, and I will be I'll be helping you by answering that question and helping you removing that objection. There's a question here about if the checkout page is PayPal. Yes, you can pay with PayPal. That's the payment provider we set up. Very simple to do. Just pay with your PayPal account or credit card. You can choose that any way you want. But we have a PayPal option there as well for you. Not a problem. Okay, Donna said she cannot afford it. My answer for you would be, Donna, this is exactly why you have to come. If you believe that you cannot afford £97 for a 2-day event to learn life-transforming and business-transforming business strategies, then that is the main problem. Because you will have to learn skills so you can afford things like that. James and I regularly spend thousands of pounds on coaching and teaching and learning new skills. And this is exactly why you need to make a decision and come. You will learn life-changing skills. You will get bonuses, benefits. You will be able to network with positive people. You will meet people like yourself who have been where you are today and transformed their life. The dates again, Chris, is the 24th and the 25th of September. So the dates are 24th and 25th of September in London. That's Saturday and Sunday. As I said earlier, you can buy the ticket today. If by any chance something comes up, let us know up to 30 days before the event, and you can cancel at no charge to you. We make it very easy for you to do that. If you have to book accommodation or book flights, like some of us that don't live in the UK, that gives you enough time. The event is the 24th and 25th of September in London.
There's a question from Mohsin here, Daniel. Would this event be ideal for a lettings business, as I have recently launched and want to get more customers?
Now, James, I let you answer that.
Yeah, okay. All right, you have a drink of water, yeah. Well, Mohsin, absolutely. If you're interested in generating leads, and Daniel talked about Stuart Ross is going to be speaking with the Advanced Lead Generation Blueprint. I guess you're looking to generate leads, customers, prospects into your lettings business every day. Well, you need to know the strategies, the best strategies that are working to achieve that, and that's just one part of your business. So for that blueprint alone, I think yes, it will definitely be worth your while. Then plus all of the others on top, I would guarantee that, and that's why we have the guarantee. If you really felt that it was not, Mohsin, you have to come and just let us know after the event. But I promise you, we will not be having that conversation. I hope that answers your question.
There's a great question from Kim. She's obviously on the checkout page. What is the code? The code is FUSION, F-U-S-I-O-N, FUSION. Just type in FUSION and say apply code, and that should knock off £100 straight away. So you go to UKInfoMillionaire, type in FUSION, and you should be able to knock £100 off. Here's another great question from Caroline. She says, I would like to know the venue for booking a hotel nearby, also arranging travel. We will be firming that up within this week, Caroline, and we will send everybody who has booked information where the hotel is so they can get the best rates, of course, and book their accommodation and travel. We also thank you very much. Robert Neudecker just lets me know he booked and he's looking forward to it. He was one of the first guys to take advantage of our offer. So anybody else, if you have any reason why you think you cannot, there's another guy already paid, but he put in first name, last name into the webinar registration, so we don't know who he is. But thank you very much, Mr. First Name, Last Name. Caroline, I think, is on her way to book as well. Zenita Metam says, would this event be good if you have no business to promote? Zenita, it will be ideal for you, because what you need to make your mind up is, what sort of business do you want, and you will have a choice of speaking to different business owners, small to large, absolute beginners like some of our coaching students, to very established businesses with large premises and employees, and you can make up your mind what sort of business you want. I can almost guarantee you that you will look into creating a fusion marketing business that will including information marketing in one of the 4 big niches that I outlined today. So if I had the opportunity to spend just £97, invest just £97 to spend a weekend with 8 of the speakers, the calibers, plus be in this environment of like-minded people, I would really bite my hand off to get there. I would do anything I can to get there. So absolutely yes, Anita. I think you should make the decision, and that will allow you to make the decision.
And also, that's something I will be talking about, Zenita. I mean, I will be talking about transitioning away from being in employment to running a business, because I don't hear too many people helping people with that. It's quite a transition. It is possible, but I can definitely give you I'll be sharing the benefits of my experience. Just sounds perfect for you.
Absolutely. And just to let everybody know, it's been only 2.5 years ago that I packed in my job. I was an employee 2.5 years ago, and I had to transition carefully. I had all the benefits and all the trimmings of the corporate golden cage. And, you know, it's not easy. You've got to make those decisions wisely, because what you don't want to do is think you have a business and just have an even worse job than before, with the added challenges of not knowing business or finance. Yeah, so don't be too easy about it. But with the right guidance, with the right coaching, it can be done. And boy, will you not look back after this, because this is a life-changing moment. Like all of our students can testify, once you have made the jump, once you have made a decision to take life in your own hands and start running your own business, life will never be the same. And this will be empowering, it will be life-changing, it will be challenging, but hey, what's new? You want to live that life of your dreams. You don't want to wait for someone's handouts at the end of the month. Mohsin asked how many people will be at the event. It is a smaller type event. We're currently planning it around 100 to 120 people, Mohsin. If for whatever reason it will go totally crazy, we might extend it to 150. But our goal right now is 100 to 120 people. Yeah, Caroline, thank you for the great feedback. Thank you, Brian. Brian Reed says he's in. Chris, right now we only have the PayPal option. Chris, if you want to shoot an email to support@yourinternetbuddies, we can sort you out with a different payment option. But right now it's just PayPal. But actually PayPal allows you to pay with credit card as well if you don't have a PayPal account. Is that correct, James?
That is absolutely correct. That's
okay.
Very true.
So Chris, you can simply click on the PayPal button, and you can then just use your credit card to check out. Any problems, just send an email to support@yourinternetbuddies.com. Mohsin, congratulations. Thank you for joining us. Look forward to seeing you at the end of September. Fantastic. Okay.
Great news, Caroline.
Okay, Caroline, thank you so
excellent.
much.
Love to see you there. Looking forward to it.
Okay, Kim says she cannot get to the card payment. Can you let us know what you mean by that, Kim? Does it mean you can only get to the PayPal and it doesn't allow you to put in your credit card? If that is so, please let us know.
Hello, Kim. I remember you were at the 7-figure formula last year, so I hope you're well.
Excellent.
If you have any problems whatsoever, just contact support@yourinternetbuddies.com if you're trying to get your order paid. But the orders are coming through, so it is working, guys. The discount codes are working as well, so keep trying. It's UKInfoMillionaire.com. Just go to UKInfoMillionaire.com, use the discount code FUSION, and then enter your details so we know where to send you your DVD set bonus, and then click on the button that to pay by PayPal. Will take you to the PayPal area where you can then make the payment. So, but any problems, let us know.
Excellent question from Brian. How can I tell my friend about what's going on? Will there be an agenda? Brian, when you booked your ticket and confirmed, you will get an email with more information about the event, which you can then use to tell your friend about. Yeah? Absolutely fine. Caroline said the page is working fine for herself, so it's looking pretty good. So let me quickly go through the list here of people still on the webinar. We got Amma and Andy, Aurelia, Brian, Bridget. Bridget, have you booked your ticket? I haven't seen Bridget book your ticket yet. Would be great to see you down in London. Caroline, Sherelle, Chris, Damien, Deborah, Diliani, Eliza, Eva Dalgetti. Oh, hi Eva, how are you?
Hello.
Lovely to
Hello, Eva.
hear you and see you on the call. Eva, Fami, Charles Parker, Ian Maxwell, Jane, Jason, Jelena, Jim, John, another John, John Jenkins, John Lloyd, John Kelly, and John Child, Kevin Strong, Kim Chapman, Mark Williams, Melina. So within all these people that have not been so busy on the Q&A, are any of you right now sitting on the fence thinking, I'm not sure if I should click that link. I'm not sure I should go to UKInfoMillionaire. Let me know what's in your head. Let me know why
Daniel,
you would not want to do that.
I think Brian wants to see a summary of what's going to be happening again. A summary of what exactly is the opportunity here. Brian, yeah.
So this is the page, Brian. I don't know if that is the summary that you're looking for, but it is an exclusive ticket to the first UK InfoMillionaire Summit in London, 2-day event, end of September. We're going to share 8 easy-to-copy UK InfoMillionaire blueprints presented by 8 different UK InfoMillionaires, an iPad, 2 prize draw for anybody in the room, and also the Bet Your Best competition, plus networking time, plus some special evening stuff happening on Saturday as well. And if I can maybe show you the people coming as well, these are the 8 speakers that will be sharing their knowledge on the day. And if you want to grab a ticket for this unique event, it is UKInfoMillionaire.com, and the special voucher code is FUSION, and that will knock off £100 of the full ticket price of $197, and you can be there with us. Looking forward to it already. We're going to have some great time. It's going to be absolutely awesome. If you've been ever at any of our events, you will know that we take great care of you, and you will walk away transformed with the right knowledge to make better decisions and grow your business.
Yeah, I'll just say, Brian, you wanted to know a little bit about the speakers. So you may know some of the names, you may not know some of the names or many of the names, but I can promise you that the information, the quality information, and actually the real measure of guys who are successful, actually generally the more successful they are, generally the lower the kind of public profile that they have. There's an awful lot of people very successful who don't go around on stage telling people about it. Not everybody has the gift to be able to do that, but these guys are extremely successful. I mean, they wouldn't be on stage if they weren't, and I can promise you the information they'll share will be absolute gold.
Yeah, it is actually an interesting point James is making, because many of those people are not traditional public speakers, but they are businessmen, who do what they do and also do some speaking here and there. I mean, Paul Avins, for example, is not a traditional public speaker, but he runs his own wealth club. He does speak, and he has got sometimes opportunity, but he's not traveling the world selling stuff from stage. Ranjan does a few small appearances at property events, but doesn't speak about his information marketing empire. Marcus, as we all know, is now a trainer with Harv Eker, but he never shares his own business information like he will on that day. Paul is one of our students who we want on stage because of the amazing work he's done, and we believe the stuff he has to share will really change your business no matter what level you're at right now. Phil Turner has been the first time on stage last year on the 7-figure formula, and he has started to run his own events, and he is not a high profile, but it's in the information. And of course there's James, Stuart, and myself, and you will have seen James and myself and Stuart possibly on stage here and there. But again, Stuart doesn't speak much on stage, hasn't been on a multi-speaker event for a year, because that's not how he chooses to spend his time. But when he is on stage, or when he does speak in front of a crowd, the value he has to share from his own business experience is transformational and very, very important. And
I just want to point out that we've got two of the speakers here are in our mastermind group. And obviously there will be several others speaking in the Best of Your Best competition. This just goes to show the the power of the knowledge that we have in our mastermind group, and also frankly the success that we've had in helping people develop their businesses. I mean, let's have no false modesty about it. We've been able to help many people build real successful businesses, and the way that we've helped them are the same principles that we're going to share with you at this event. I hope that comes through clear. You know, it's not very often you see this at events, students becoming leaders.
No, listen, it is special, James, and I think anybody who's spent the last 1.75 hours with us, we're still on the call. We still got more than half the people who joined us at the beginning and the call today. So I'm very excited about that. So my question to anybody on the call right now is there anything I can do to help you make a decision about the UK Info Millionaire Summit, which happens on the 24th, 25th of September 2011. If you want to come and see us there, it is very simple. You go to UKInfoMillionaire.com. You buy your ticket now. It's just £97 plus VAT. It's £100 off by using the code FUSION, secret code FUSION, to more than half your ticket price. And you can also bring a friend or business partner for free. You can actually, now that I'm reiterating the deal again, I realize that it's an absolutely crazy deal. We also give you a 10 DVD set we send it to you, which is worth $197 just by itself. And of course, we also give you access to the 6-figure traffic secrets, and we give you access to the Traffic Conversion Summit recordings, PDFs, PowerPoints, and of course the actual video recordings. So all in all, everything we can do to help you build a better information business will be available. If there are no more questions, then I would like to wrap up. I want to thank everyone who's taken the time tonight. I want to apologize to all the people who came an hour early and have not made it, and they might see that apology in the replay later on. I have no clue why they were sent the wrong time for the webinar. Highly frustrating for us after all the effort we put in to get there, but I want to thank everybody who came tonight on the webinar. If there's anything else I can do for you, then please let me know. Brian, you send us quite a few messages now. Brian, you don't have to sell it to your business partner. If they don't want to come, if you can't convince them, just don't worry about it. Come yourself. If they don't want to watch 90-minute presentation, I understand that, but I'm not going to write a special sales presentation for your business partner. Yeah, if you want to come, it would be a pleasure to have you, Brian. Tell your friend to come along based on the strengths of your own testimony, that you believe it's right for them. That should do the job. You know, you don't have to convince them. I think it's an easy decision to make. Okay. Thank you very much for everybody giving us time tonight. I'm looking very much forward to seeing you at the event. You will hear a lot more about fusion marketing over the summer, and you will have heard it here first. And maybe you're one of the few lucky ones who've taken a decision today, and you will be looking back at this day that you made a wise decision that has changed your life forever. Daniel-Wagner, James Watson here, saying thank you so much for spending time with us tonight. All the best.
Cheers, guys. Take care.